So yesterday we got some new leaks regarding the upcoming or the next GTA Online DLC, and it's from that same guy, Legit Leaks GTA, on Twitter. If you haven't checked out my first video where I sort of broke down who this guy is, what he's done in the past, how he is somewhat of a reputable leaker, then I'll leave a link to that in the description. A quick TLDR, the guy leaked things months before the gun running and the Smuggler's Run DLC, and it could have just been a lucky guess, but there was multiple things. So I personally am leaning towards believing this guy is a Rockstar employee or does something for Rockstar, and that's how he knows this information. So with that being said, what he tweeted out the other day was this. There's a bunch of pictures here. We're not going to really be taking a look at the pictures because I don't know if the pictures actually mean anything, but the text is where we're going to be taking a look at. So final clues, hashtag 2EI, and then some other hashtags, and then some other hashtags. Now he said that he wasn't going to be retweeting anyone who maybe got it right, so it was all up to us as the community to figure out what this means. And it looks like someone might have actually done that. So according to FundMW2, some people on Twitter somewhat broke this down. And those hashtags that he had could be this: 2EI, Import and Export Part 2, AED Court is the Dakota or Dakotara, which I'll show you guys in a second. That one is for How, which is actually a GTA Online character. Then we have this one, which is the Yakuza. This one, which comes out to be the Katana. And he goes, not that I believe him, but I do think that whenever Rockstar wants to add new customization, they would have to add a new vehicle workshop based on the don't mess with old content policy. And the new vehicle workshop could be this Dakotara truck. Maybe saying that wrong. And what this is, before I show you guys, I just want to say brace for craziness. This is real. Well, this may be from a video game, but this is a real sort of thing that's in Japan. It's basically an MOC that just looks ridiculous. And if it is something like this, if this does come to GTA Online, it would make sense, right? If they used it as like a MOC 2.0 to customize new vehicles. I mean, it sucks you got to buy something new, but look, at least in terms of from a business perspective, it makes sense. Make them buy something new that they need to use the new DLC items, right? So it does fit with what Rockstar have done, you know, in the past. But this is that Dakotara truck. And if the next DLC is an Import and Export Part 2, a lot of this stuff makes sense. They could tie it in with the Yakuza somehow. I mean, there's like the Asian gangs that are in the game. Don't believe they're really used much. Obviously, How. This is How. This is the character from GTA 5. I don't know if he's actually in. He's a minor character in Online. I forget what he is. Let's see. He makes a brief appearance delivering a vehicle for the player to race against Lamar. Okay, so he doesn't do too much in Online. So maybe he's a character that would fit into all this. Now, granted, he's Chinese, Yakuza or Japan, or Japanese. So I don't know, you know, what exactly would happen here. But this is the newest leak. Now, what's interesting, the first leak from this guy, Legit Leaks, he talked about some sort of naval DLC, some sort of Hunt for Red October parody DLC. And now he's talking about Import and Export Part 2. So those could be two potential DLCs we see in 2018. I think both of them make sense. And I know that's where people are going to be like, oh, he's just a liar, or he's not really a true leaker. He's just saying what everyone wants to hear. And maybe that's true. Like I said, this is just speculation. This is just rumors. So do take this all with a grain of salt. But an Import and Export Part 2 would make total sense because it's probably one of their most popular DLCs. So to expand on it would be logical. And then with some sort of naval DLC, they could add a bunch of new weaponized or more weaponized vehicles to the game to make a lot of money. Now, as for some of the other stuff he talked about in that cryptic tweet, the Katana, I mean, if this DLC is Japanese based or revolving around, you know, the Yakuza and all that, the Katana would be awesome. Could you imagine like using that? It wouldn't be very practical for PvP usage, but like all melee weapons, you would probably use it on the poor old NPCs. And then just sort of thinking about what they could do in an Import and Export Part 2, In addition to adding a bunch of new vehicles, you know, they could add some racer style cars, because I know people like to freaking yell at me for making my cars like that. But cars like the Retro Jester, that would be awesome. Basically just more Benny cars. That could be something that works. As far as missions and stuff, that's the part about an import and export that, or part 2, that I don't know how they could make. Because with the first one, obviously you're delivering cars. So how could this one be similar but not the same? One thing I've seen someone say, and this sounds awesome, you would have to work together as a team, and like it would be like heists, I guess, a little bit, but just in free roam, where one member or 2 members of the team have to go actually get whatever it would be, some sort of cargo or whatever, and then the other part of the team has to distract the cops, and they would have to distract the cops or keep up a wanted level for a certain amount of time so the cops are distracted and on them instead of the people delivering the cargo. That sounds kind of cool. Also, I've seen people say, why not take the gone in 60 seconds route where there's like a blackboard or whatever of just vehicles and you have to basically cross them off each week or something. I don't know. That sounds kind of cool. But again, that's kind of similar to the first one. So how is it going to be different? That's the part that I don't know. And obviously we don't know because all we were given was some cryptic little tweets. But if an import and export DLC does come next or come this year, I think a lot of people will be happy with it. I mean, if you think about it also, the Yakuza and all that gang stuff, that's really unexplored in GTA. And I think that would be perfect for maybe going back to the roots of GTA. So I know I've seen people complain about, oh, GTA is getting too crazy. You got freaking nuclear missiles and you're saving the world and stuff. Well, going back to the roots of GTA, stealing cars, dealing with gangs and all that, I think that'd be a really good way to sort of appeal to the people who aren't liking the crazy stuff that's in the game at the moment. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of all this. Do you believe this guy? Do you think that this import and export rumor or leak is true? Do you think it's going to happen? Would you like it to happen? And what would you add in an import and export part 2 that would be different from the first DLC? But anyway, that is it. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.